Can we add something to the agenda, Jack?
Yeah.
Or can you have someone motion that I just have to make an announcement about youth council member resignation?
Okay, someone, whoever wants to motion that.
Could someone do that for us?
Yeah, who wants to volunteer? Summer, thank you, Summer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's 3:30. I now call this meeting to order.
Okay,
Okay, sorry, Catherine.
sorry, I was just letting one more person in. Thomas just entered.
Okay, I'll wait 1 second.
Okay, you're good.
Awesome. At 3:30, I now call this meeting to order. Okay, so do I hear a motion to start the meeting?
I motion to start the meeting.
Thank you, Uma. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Awesome. Thank you, Lauren. All those in favor of starting the meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All opposed, say nay. That passes. And do we have anyone here from the public who wants to speak? No. Great. Anthony, minutes update?
Yes.
Awesome.
So last meeting, it was a lot, but we started with a presentation on the Environmental Sustainability Committee by Uma Gerwick, and then we moved right then into the mascot issue and having our final decision on whether or not we should recommend to the school committee to investigate and look into changing the mascot. And before then, Lauren gave just an overview presentation about all the work and all the information we've been collecting over the past few meetings. And then we did have a decision, which by a 7-1 vote, we voted in favor of recommending the alteration of the Wakefield Warrior mascot to the school committee. And then we also just had some liaison updates and a school committee presentation from Lauren and Jenna. And I think that's about it. And now we're here. I think we're going to be sort of doing a lot of work today and working with kind of brainstorming some new ideas.
Awesome. Thank you. I forgot to do attendance. Very sorry. I'm going to go through, say if you're here, you're here. Okay. Alyssa?
Here.
Lauren?
Here.
Megan?
Here.
Nick?
Here.
Summer?
Here.
Uma?
Here.
Yana?
Here.
Awesome. I'm here. Anthony?
Here.
Awesome. Emanuela? Emanuela can't come to his practice. Okay. Maggie?
Here.
Awesome. Jenna?
Here.
William? William is not here. Amelia? Amelia's not here. Ali?
Here.
Awesome. And Thomas?
Here.
Awesome. Thank you. And do I hear a motion to accept the minutes?
I motion.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Thank you, Maggie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. That passes. Do I hear Catherine wanted to amend the agenda to talk about something? Do I hear a motion to amend the agenda?
I motion.
Thank you, Lauren. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Okay. Thank you, Alyssa. All those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Awesome. Thank you, Catherine. You have the floor.
Hello, everyone. I unfortunately, I received a resignation from one of our youth council members who is a voting member. So that's Alex Skeldon. He just felt like it wasn't the right match for him right now, being on the youth council with everything going on. So that does open up a spot for a voting member because Alex was got his application in early, so he got a voting member spot. So I wanted to turn it over to you all to figure out how to address how we should turn over that voting membership.
Mm-hmm. So our two high school non-voting members are Anthony and Emanuela. So I mean, Emanuela's not here, but maybe next week, Anthony, Emanuela, like I don't know, like give a speech or something. Whatever you guys want to do, we can vote or something, maybe. Or is that like too like competitive and stuff? What do you think? Ideas? Anthony, maybe anything to say?
I mean, personally, I'm perfectly willing to do whatever seems best in the interest of the youth council. So if that's by doing a vote, I'm all good with that.
Okay, the only thing I was going to say is if Anthony becomes takes over a voting membership, then maybe we have someone else be the clerk or the secretary, because it's actually nice having a non-voting member run, take all the notes and everything. So, and that's something that we can discuss with Emanuela, because we can say, is she interested in becoming a voting member or something?
But Catherine, is there rules from? I know because the town appointed us as voting members. Like the town council have to vote on this.
Well, what the town, oh, that's a very good point. Yeah, we might have to check with town council. I know I asked Sherry, and the way people got to be voting members versus non-voting members, I think I told everyone this, is that it was the order in which your applications came in. So we could go by those same order, that same rule, just to be fair, and say, okay, we'll take our high schoolers or whoever's application came in. So do you all want me to ask the town council what we should do and get back to you at the next meeting?
Yeah, I think that would be best. Is that
Okay.
with everyone? Thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah, because the voting member, non-voting member was, very, arbitrary to begin with. So that's just something. So I'll check in with the town council about that.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Catherine. Okay, so next on the agenda was an update on the mascot. So this Monday at 3:15, Lauren and I, and I think who else is coming with us? Jenna we're having a meeting about presentation to the school committee and how we're going to start doing that and brainstorming ideas. I will send out a Zoom link if anyone wants to come. It's on the website as well. So we're doing that, and me and Anthony are finishing the press release. I'm adding Catherine's edits that she sent me, and we can send that out to the paper and all of that. So if anyone wants to come to the meeting, just email me and I can add you onto the Zoom link so we can all come. It's also on the town website. So if you're like, oh yeah, I'll come, let's go to the website. So that's my update. Does anyone have any other updates about mascot stuff? Anything anyone's heard? No? Okay, awesome.
Oh, I do have an update.
Yes.
I actually I think you guys suggested this, is reaching out to, when we were talking about how to educate your peers about the mascot and what you've learned. And they've revamped the diversity leaders at the high school. And it's something that, these types of issues is something the diversity leaders are taking on. So I reached out to Mr. Pavey, who's running that group, and he's excited about a liaison, learning more and being part of the youth council to begin with. But he would let, what I think would be great was if a few of you would be willing to do a presentation to the new diversity leaders on the topic. So, maybe it might be a nice run through for your school committee or something. So once I have a date and time, is anyone here in the diversity leaders at the high school? No? Okay.
So they did nominations and applications, but then they decided to not have any new members. And so I think it's just ones that previously were in the group last year doing it this year.
Oh, so it's really a small group this year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll get more information on that and send it out to all of you. But I'll stay tuned on that, because I think because part of it was the whole idea of who can educate our peers on why you're in favor of this change. And so that could be a good partnership between your group, or if any other groups you can think of, but stay tuned on that date in time.
Yeah. Anyone in the middle school know about something like that, in like some of that same facet in the middle school, like something about diversity? Like, is there like a club or like a class meeting, whatever?
We were on the Get Up Gavin, which is like the morning announcements on Thursday, yesterday. And before we started recording, Mr. Contoni said anything we need him to get out to the students, he'd be happy to help with.
Awesome. So maybe Ali or Jenna, you want to do this, but like maybe like I'll send you guys all the press release we're gonna release. Maybe you guys write like a summary paragraph, and like maybe we can put that out to the people, to the middle schoolers, just so they know like this is what happened and what we're gonna try to do about it. I hope everyone wants to do that in middle school. Definitely, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like something the communications subcommittee can take on and handle, because I know Anthony and Ollie are working on the kind of like a newsletter type things
Oh,
for
awesome.
the middle school. So that can be definitely part of the newsletter. And by the way, nice job, all of our Galvanites that were on Get Up Galvin yesterday. I heard from my 2 middle schoolers that they saw you and said it was good.
Great. Congratulations, guys. That's awesome. Okay, so next on the agenda, brainstorm. So we took on the mascot, which was a really big issue. It took us a few months. I think that was really good for us to be like get into like what's happening in the town and try to like get our voice heard. So I didn't know about what you guys think, but something new that we were like thinking about like getting our voice into and stuff. So do you have any ideas of like what's going on in the town that you want to fix, Maggie?
So I go for walks around Wakefield with my mom a lot, and there's a couple spots that are intersections that are very dangerous, and people don't stop, or when someone does stop, other cars behind them go around them, and I've almost been hit multiple times. And I was just thinking in those places that we could put one of these things that like when you press the button, the sign lights up that says like people are crossing, so that people will know and that people will stop, because it has been a problem. And my friends have said before that they have almost also been hit. So I just think that's like a problem that we should address.
Totally, yeah. Catherine, do you have anyone like on planning for like, yeah, Summer?
So I'm on the Envision Downtown Wakefield. I'm the liaison. So I haven't met with anyone yet, but basically their job is to look at downtown, study the plans, better navigate traffic down there. So that's definitely something that I can bring up if I meet with them, because that's their job. They're like working about that whole like navigating around the rockery. That's a big mess. So that's also their.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Summer. So whenever their next
Well,
meeting, yeah, Catherine. You're muted, Catherine.
oh yeah, so Maggie, are those intersections that you're worried about, are they in the downtown area or are they other parts of the town?
There are other parts of the town. One of them is in front of the high school.
Oh, okay. So actually what we could do is invite a couple people from the traffic commission to come in and come to the next meeting, and they can make a brief presentation on what they do, and then you all could talk about some of the problem intersections. And I know my colleague in the health department she has a grant that focuses on walkability and, making sure Wakefield is walkable, especially for our young people. So, and that is definitely something that we can make happen, because I think this is exactly the point of the youth council, is for youth to give their voices, especially if there's a couple concerning intersections. So, Maggie, if you could get information about those intersections to me too, I can have Kara do some homework on them and what's happened in the past. So if you can email me, that'd be great. All right, good one.
Awesome, yes. Thank you, Maggie. Anything else? Anyone have any other things that maybe you wanted to focus on, Anthony?
So I mean, I feel like it's been a persisting issue both locally and nationally, but I feel like the problem of mental health due to the coronavirus has been magnified like immensely, and I think that we could this is just a general idea, we could possibly find some way for us to help with the overall mental state of the town, which to put it lightly is kind of boomed right now.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
kind of a low point,
Mhm.
unfortunately. But I feel like we have an ability to possibly change that.
Definitely. Catherine, you work at the health department, so like, is there like a specific mental health like person?
Well, that's kind of that's part of my job is around mental health access, and I work with other people in town that are experts, so we could definitely also do that for an upcoming meeting. I mean, we have some resources that the town pays for. One, we have a mental health clinician that's based out of the police department, so that's more of a lot of times a crisis situation, or they wouldn't necessarily be interfacing with students. And then we also have now a full-time adjustment counselor at the high school with Miss Burns. And then we also pay for a resource that links people to either psychologists or clinicians or something. So they'll do all the work for you. And that's something the town pays for. So, I mean, what I could do is put together a little presentation of what we have, and you guys could say, well, I don't think students know about this, and this is what's missing. So,
Yeah,
I don't know, what do you think would be helpful?
I think that's cool. I think maybe the communication field maybe like make some posts about like, well, after we hear about that, like all the resources in town, and like I think it's mental health awareness month. I think that's this month. Maybe
Mhm.
like posting stuff about that.
Did you guys see the pizza box stickers in the library uh, bookmarks that the Youth Action Team put out? I'm going to show you on this right now, but this says, it says it right here. I'll try to pull it really close. It says 1 in 4 youth in Wakefield struggle with depression or anxiety. And then it has hashtag you are not alone. Connect to Interface, a free helpline service that connects Wakefield residents and students to available providers that meet your and accept your insurance. So that's these bookmarks and stickers are out all over Wakefield right now.
awesome, Megan, you have something to say?
Kind of with like what Anthony said. I don't know if we can do anything about this, but like, I just got back to school because my parents just had COVID, and so, um, I'm not saying that the school system did a bad job because no one really knows what's going on right now, but I do think it would have been like nice to have like someone to, I mean, my guidance counselor reached out to me a little bit, but I feel like when people have to stay home like that, because a lot of the times the kids are forced to do everything on their own if their parents are sick, so it's very stressful to keep up with school. And so I feel like if we could have someone like reach out to people once they know they're positive with COVID, someone that's like set to help them make sure that like they're doing okay and that they're getting like food and stuff and that their schedules are okay.
That's a really good point, Megan. And I know I was texting with a student who's just went into quarantine, and he said, I'm already bored. And I said, it's going to be, getting the support. But like in your situation where your parents were sick and you had to do a lot of that stuff. So I'll follow up what's being done and maybe make that suggestion and then follow up at the next meeting to see, but that's exactly the type of thing that we look forward to hearing your voices and then maybe can bring together change. So Megan, I might loop you in on a conversation with someone at the high school. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because you're a perfect example of
Yeah, thank you, Megan.
the
Anthony,
mental health support.
Yeah, Megan. Thank you. Thomas.
Since it's October, I was thinking I could do something, or we could do something regarding how to stay safe while still trick-or-treating on Halloween.
Totally. Is that happening this year? Is trick-or-treating happening?
Some people are doing it. I'm not. I think that people are just leaving out bowls of candies and not like passing it out.
Yeah. Definitely. Maybe we do
Thomas, that's a great idea because I know lots of people are talking about different ideas, and you're the liaison with the health department, right?
Yes.
So maybe you can ask them what they're suggesting people do, and then you can work with some other people on the youth council to put together something like a press release or some like graphics for social media that we could kind of put out on behalf of the youth council, like staying safe, but here's some ways to.
Right,
Definitely.
I'll reach out to the health council or the health board.
Awesome. Yeah. I know that I saw in the paper today that Wakefield's now considered in the red zone of the coronavirus. Maybe we should put out stuff about like staying safe during like now that we are in like a peak zone of the coronavirus. Maybe like make sure remember to wear your mask, social distance, quarantine if you don't feel well, get a test, and like maybe buy like testing locations nearby that are free and accept kids. I know like it's really scary, so maybe we just put out graphics and stuff. Megan, since.
No, I agree that like it's not good that we're in the red zone, but in case anybody was like super nervous, just to put your mind at ease a little, we're in the red zone because a lot of cases just outspread at Brightview, so they're being contained there. So I just wanted to, because I know that stresses some people out. So
Anthony, you something to say?
I was about to say the same thing as Megan. Like there was a cluster of cases at Brightview, so I think obviously we need to still emphasize staying safe. I think as a whole, Wakefield still is maintaining a good job.
Maggie?
So on the topic of COVID, I think we should get an educator into the schools, because I've been seeing a lot of people who outside of school who I know aren't quarantined together, walking like close together, like occasionally their like shoulders will touch and they have their masks down. And I don't think they understand like the full effect of COVID. And I think we should get educators in, like teaching people, like without trying to like freak people out, but like saying like, this has happened to people and this is how spreading of the disease works, and this is how wearing a mask and social distancing helps, because that's one of the things that like school struggles with in general, because like a lot of people, including myself, I will admit sometimes I don't social distance as well as I should, but it's like a big problem. Like I've seen people at the beginning of school like hugging, and I think kids really should know that's a problem and why it's a problem, because I don't think people fully understand why that's a problem.
Totally, yeah. I know that a lot of these outbreaks in the different states are because young people aren't paying attention. So maybe we just like warnings. This is really bad. Something. Jenna.
Kind of on another topic, but because all this is happening, I know some people like are kind of caught up in all the bad news, and I was wondering if we could do something with like all the good news just to like bring people's day.
Definitely, that's a great idea. Positivity is always great. Yeah, the world's kind of stinky right now, so it'd be nice to put something out positive. Like, anyone have any ideas about good things happening in the world?
Maybe on like our social medias we could do like a daily or weekly kind of thing, like I don't even know, like not a joke, because like most jokes that are meant to be funny I don't think are very funny, but maybe we could do like a fun fact that'll make you smile or something like that, just something simple that we could do.
What about I saw something in the item where a kid in Greenwood was drawing people's family photos in Simpsons. Did you guys see that article? He made a fundraiser for Wakefield Education Foundation where he was drawing, you'd give him your family photo and he'd draw your family like they were on The Simpsons, and people would donate money. And I was just thinking, they're really, in some sixth grader at the Galvin just published a book. I just think it would be really cool if the Wakefield Youth Council highlighted youth in Wakefield who are making a difference or doing great things or something. I think that'd be a great thing to do on your social media, because like Jenna said, there's when you see things like that, especially in this environment, it's like, oh, there are good things going. You guys are like one of those like ray of sunshines for people when they hear about the youth council, like, oh, that's awesome. So thinking about that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know Amelia's had her hand raised too.
Yeah, Amelia, yeah.
I definitely agree with everybody that said stuff before me. I think with the stuff that's been going on lately, everything's been really insane. It's been crazy. And I think it's really important for us to bring light to positive things that are still happening and like just try to put smiles on people's faces. And I just wanted to say I agree with everyone. That's
definitely. Thank you, Amelia. Jenna?
One of my teachers actually showed us a website where it's like random positive facts. So that's just one place where you could get information about it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's definitely. We'll definitely think about this. I really like the brainstorming. Lots of ideas. Awesome. Megan, I know you have to leave at 4. Do you have anything else you like want to talk about, or like do you have like a update or anything?
Not really. Just that we just got an email from the people that work at the police station, and we're setting up a meeting. So I'm not sure when that's gonna be, but I just thought I'd.
Awesome. Thank you for the update.
All right, Megan, I'll be in touch about that subject that you just brought up.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so next, anything else when you talk about anything brainstorming things? I don't see any hands. Lauren?
One thought that I had just now was, did anybody watch the Some Good News with John Krasinski? We could, I don't know like how well this would work, but maybe we could do something like that, but within like Wakefield or local news. It might be hard, but just something to think about.
Definitely. Yeah, I saw those clips on Twitter. They were pretty funny.
Yeah, if you wanted to do a quarterly or bi-monthly show featuring some good news, like what some of the stuff Jenna said, but also some highlights from Wakefield Youth, you could do that. WCAT is there to help you guys produce anything that you want, and you can actually go into the studio even with masks. They'll socially distance and everything.
Awesome.
So if anyone wants to make that happen, I can connect you to those people.
That's good. Yeah. Maggie? Oh, you're good?
I was just raising my hand to say that I would like to do that.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Okay. Before we move on, did everyone sign their photo video release forms and send to Catherine? Just make sure everyone did that. And thumbs up if you did.
I think I've gotten about 4 or so.
Okay.
So if you, because this will be for if you can have anything on, have your picture shown, if say we do a photo in the paper or anything like that. I know if you want to get a picture of yourself, I don't, social media, you don't have to have your photo on social media, but it's just good to have that photo release.
Where's the form?
I sent an email with it.
Yeah. Megan, I can forward you the email if you don't have it.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just take a picture of it and email it back once your parent or guardian signs.
Okay. Awesome. So now moving on, update from communication people. Anything we've done. I got the social media, like Google form, updates on all that stuff. Anyone?
We made a slideshow. So am I able to screen share just like a little one? Because I know you thought we were gonna have one last time, so we put one together for this time.
Catherine, if you go to the security button, okay, yeah.
Wait, it looks like I should be able to.
Okay, great.
All right, just a second. All right, everybody can see that okay, right? Can everybody see it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so
Okay.
Ali, if you want to start.
Yes. So on October 15th, the youth council members, Amelia Fountas, Thomas Marinato, Jenna Farber, Maggie Fournier, and I were special guests on Get Up Galvin, the morning announcement show for the Galvin Middle School. So on it, we promoted the youth council, shared our Instagram and Facebook pages, and we really hope to get the word out to the youth. So that was the real point of that. So now most of the middle schoolers know that the youth council now exists.
So this is sort of my personal work within the outreach committee, which is with the newsletter. And so recently we decided that we were deciding between whether newsletter should be something that's seasonal or something that's monthly. And we made a compromise that's going to be bi-monthly. So newsletter essentially is kind of like, it's a more informative way of communication beyond that of Facebook or Instagram, kind of for anyone really of any age that wants to know like the really nitty-gritty details about what we've been doing and wants to really get an insider's look at what we've been doing. And so we the first newsletter will be coming out, I believe, around early November, and we'll be highlighting our meetings from September and October. So hopefully more information will be released on that shortly, but that is in the works for having a newsletter, which I'm really excited about to get really into those deep details that some people really want to take a look at.
Okay, I'm unmuted. So next is our Instagram. As many of you know, we do have an Instagram. If you have Instagram and you don't follow it, I highly encourage you to do so. Right now, we basically use it for announcements and engagement on topics we address. So like we did a lot of engagement and information promotion with like the Warrior logo and things like that. There's also opportunities for youth to tell us what they want to see addressed. So if you see like the bio, we have a link to a Google form where they can let us know what they would like to see us look at and work with. Also, we are starting Meet the Members posts. So the photo waivers that were mentioned earlier are especially important. We need those waivers in before we can post a picture of you on our Instagram. It's not required, but I did send the form to everybody. And if you didn't get it and you'd like to, just shoot me a quick email and I can definitely send it to you again.
And Alyssa, just to reiterate, if someone doesn't feel comfortable with their photo, they could send you, say, hey, can you use this photo of my pad or something they
Yes.
like too? Yeah.
You can send a photo of whatever you want.
All right, so I run the Facebook. It's definitely geared more towards adults just because a lot of people our age don't have Facebook. It's really similar to the Instagram. We post a lot of the same stuff, like meeting announcements, important updates, information about projects that we're doing. So like on the Instagram, we posted the little opinions about the Warrior logo and the survey. And then pretty soon we'll be doing the featuring the Meet the Members project. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys. That was great. Very excited about that newsletter. That's very exciting, Anthony. And the Gift Galvin, that's really awesome. Good job, guys. I didn't see it, but I bet it was amazing. So anyone have any questions for the communications outreach people? Any thoughts? Don't see any. Awesome job, guys. Amazing.
Oh, I was just going to say, Maggie, if you're interested in producing like a youth council good news show or something, maybe you'd want to consider joining the outreach subcommittee.
Definitely. Awesome. So next on the agenda, we have update from Maggie about the BBA library. So Maggie, I saw your thing. You want to share that?
Okay, just give me a sec. I gotta pull it up.
Awesome. Thank you.
I wonder if William is at track practice today, Jack.
Maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
we can put him on for next meeting.
That would be great. Yeah. Maybe someone else has a update
Yeah.
from their committee.
Can you guys see that?
Yep, we can.
All right. So I recently spoke with Jackie, and she is part of the BB Library, and she gave me a quick update about everything they're doing and what they plan to be doing in the future. So they're starting a year-long grant fund series, and it's called Commit to Your Community. It will run through June 2021, and they're creating a brochure which summarizes the entire series and provides details about the first set of events. The brochure has not been completed yet, and Jackie has said that she will send it to me when they are done with it. I have not gotten an update yet, but it's all good. They recently started up another round of fall programs that will all start very soon, and they will all be fully remote, and they are for all ages. They have filled up the entire fall calendar with activities, and then I included a link to the calendar. They also have started back up with the Youth Room newsletter, and it's still sending out its weekly newsletter. It is I can't talk today. It's geared towards kids, teens, and parents, and includes a ton of information about events at the library, new books, and a ton more. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you can, and I included the link in there. The library is also updating their website, and it should be coming out sometime in the next few weeks. They're in the final stages, and it should be coming out somewhat soon. The side door services are still running, so you can check out books, movies, and CDs. They offer appointments 6 days a week to grab your books. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Does anyone have any questions for Maggie about the library, etc.? Awesome. Thank you, Maggie.
I just have a question for all
yeah.
of
Oh,
you.
I see Jennifer. Yeah, Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny, you want to go?
Oh, I was just wondering if they said anything about what you and the youth council as a whole can do to help them.
Basically, she just said if we could spread the word about the side door services, that you're still able to check out books, movies, and CDs, that would be great, because they're not getting as many checkouts as they did when you could go into the library. So they still think that some people don't know that you can do that. So she just asked if we could tell everybody that hey, you can still go to the library and check out books. She said that would be great.
Awesome. Thank you, Catherine.
No, I was just going to say maybe our people that run social media can do a post on that, just a quick post, and you can
I can definitely put something together for that soon.
and put the link right to how you can. Yeah, because I am concerned if youth are really using the library with that checkout system versus just popping in and getting what you need. So it'd be interesting. Maybe you could even use a poll, have you checked out a book yet since it's been virtual? And then if not, here's the resource, because then it'll help them get an idea of if youth are using it or not.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Captain Melissa. Okay, so we had Jenna, William, about the planning board, but instead of doing that, does anyone have any life updates? Anything fun happening instead of William's presentation? Life updates.
I have PSATs tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I did my ST on Wednesday. Not the funnest thing.
Got my subject test scores back today.
Not the funnest thing either.
Nope.
I was gonna take subject tests, but I decided against it. But not fun.
I was planning on possibly doing subject tests. This was before the pandemic, but then I was planning to take the SAT in March. That got canceled. Plans on August. That got canceled. Plans in October. That got canceled. So I'm hoping for November in Lexington. Cross my fingers on that one.
I was gonna take it in August in Concord, New Hampshire was the closest one. That got canceled, so that's not fun. Life updates. Anyone else? Have fun.
I
Have fun
went
life.
apple picking the other day.
Fun. Ball.
I see
Um,
Yana has her hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to share that for Human Rights Committee, last Sunday was posted on their Facebook was a story that I read called Bow Wow Powwow, and I did it with 2 other people from the committee, and it was like a way to celebrate Indigenous People Day, and so I thought that was pretty cool.
I saw that on Facebook. I saw your video and I was very proud. So nice job. So and they say you're their member. So you're like a official, not even just a liaison. You're fully into the Human
Yeah,
Rights
they
Commission.
definitely welcomed me into the group, and I love it. I'm having a lot of fun with them.
That's great. So while we're here, look at us. Okay.
Are there any other, I'm curious if anyone else went to liaison meetings with their committees or anything. I know some are still beaten down in Vision Wakefield's door. That's going to happen soon, Summer.
I was supposed to go to the finance meeting, but then I realized I had about 12 supplements to write, so I didn't actually have time to go. I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay, anyone else? Thomas, did you get to go to the Board of Health?
Yes, I went to the health department meeting on Wednesday.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you learned?
Well, they were just discussing the cluster of COVID cases and that they were bringing Wakefield back to red. So that's mostly what I learned about.
Fun topic.
Yeah, that maybe wasn't a typical first health department meeting or health Board of Health, because I think there were 90 something people there, and normally no one even knows that the Board of Health is meeting. So, but we'll make sure like the next one you can actually talk and introduce yourself. But everyone should be getting, Sherry is now sending you because she has the list of all the everyone's committee assignments. So you should be getting invites from her to those board meetings. If you're not, let me know or let Sherry know, but you should getting those directly.
Awesome. I saw Alyssa had her hand up.
Yesterday the town council filled the 2 openings on the school committee. I can't remember the people's names exactly, so I'm not gonna try and like accidentally say somebody who isn't, but they are filled now. So there's that.
Fun. Yeah, thank you.
Maybe we could invite the new members from the school committee, or maybe Jenna and what's our school committee? Lauren could invite them once they get settled into their position.
Definitely. Okay. So anyone have any other updates on liaison positions? No? Okay, cool.
Now, I just have one other reminder is to, how many people have gotten sworn in so far?
Oh, yeah.
Who has gone to town hall? So I see Alyssa, Yana, Maggie, anyone else? Jenna did. Amelia. Okay, excellent. If anyone if their family got a picture of you getting sworn in, and you want to email it to me, that would be great, because I'm trying to, for some of my presentations for town leaders, I want to be able to tell the story of the youth council and to have a couple photos, and that would be great.
Yes, I have to go do that too. Me, Lauren, Anthony, we're gonna go together as like leaders, but we haven't figured out that yet. But everyone should do that too, and sign your forms. Okay, so next agenda, meeting date. I know schedules are kind of messy right now, but does this time work you guys 3:30 on a Friday? Was that like okay? Like we're like band and sports schedule? Because this is good for me. Like I got out of class, came. Yeah.
The only thing I have is field hockey at 4 usually, but I can like work around it. Like don't change it because of me, but I just have to like let you guys know. Like sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, because Emanuela has practice until 5. I think, or 4:30. So would it work better to have this, and I'm not sure where William is. Would it work better to have it later, Yana, like at 5 on a Friday? I know that's kind of a tough time.
I don't know because I usually have it like 2 hours, 4 to 6, but maybe like even like 30 minutes before, like instead of 3:33. But if that doesn't work with other people's schedule, like don't change it because of that. Like I can still like work around it.
That's like okay with me. Like maybe it might be like time really late. My school gets out at 2:30, but
Oh.
yeah, no, but Lauren can always just start the meeting and then I can come back. So um yeah, so maybe we do 3 on Friday. Like what time did Manuel's practice start, Catherine?
I think at 4, so she might be able to join us.
Okay.
Because she was texting me, but at like 3:15. So
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what sport she does.
Maybe we do 3 on a Friday. Like that's okay with me because I'm not in person next Friday, so that'll be okay. Oh, next meeting, whatever. So does Friday the 30th work for everyone at 3? Okay, that works for most people. Awesome. Okay, so next meeting date will be Friday, October 30th at 3 p.m. Catherine, is that okay with you? Are you working? Good. Okay, great.
I can always make any time happen.
Okay, great. Anything else we need to talk about? Any other updates? Nothing? Catherine, do you have anything else you need to talk about? Awesome. Okay, great. Well, it's a short meeting. Look at us. Okay, do I hear a motion to end the meeting?
I motion.
Thank you, Maggie. Do I hear a second?
I
Second.
All right, thank you, Jenna. All those in favor of ending the meeting say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
All opposed say nay. This passes. Oh, great. Good job, guys. Thanks for coming. I'll see you 30th at 3 p.m. Bye, everyone.